Tiamat was pushed back, so this is a good fight for us. I'm going to throw out our 2. We're going to charge up our summon. We're going to use our 1. We're able to get a double kill with our 1. Hunbats is here. We're going to jump in. We're going to use our 2. He's able to leap away. We use our 1, and we're able to get a triple kill. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shiny B Gaming, and today we're going to be playing Tiamat in Jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, Tiamat is pretty fun in the jungle because you really get to take advantage of her ability to wear 2 buffs. However, if you're expecting to be a level 2 gank monster, that is not going to happen. So let's go ahead and take a Shiny B look at Tiamat's kit, where I just kind of give a brief description instead of going over all the details. Tiamat starts her kit in her flying stance. She has a line attack that she can charge up. At levels 3 and 5, it's going to shoot additional shots. After the first shot, it's going to deal less damage. Her 2, she summons a triangle with an inner triangle. The inner triangle will deal more damage and it will also stun. Her 3 is her grounding dive. She's going to leap forward, deal some damage, and then change stances into her ground stance. She's also going to gain a hardened scale, which ties into her passive. While in the flying stance, she's going to gain health from the death of minions. On the ground stance, she can gain up to 5 hardened scales, which is damage mitigation that breaks after a certain amount of damage is taken. Each scale provides 60% damage mitigation and provides 50 plus 10 per level. Then in her ultimate in the flying stance is the Children of Creation. She can enter a new form where she can summon minions. She can summon serpents, which will create 3 sets of 2 little snake serpents that march forward. They will run down lane infinitely until they hit something. Her second one is Summon Beast. She's going to summon a single beast that's going to stand still, and if an enemy gets close to him, he's going to charge attack them. He applies a 80% slow for 1 second. 80% slow is a pretty big deal. I feel like 30% slow is noticeable, but 80% is super noticeable. Then her third summon is a storm. She's going to summon a storm that's going to chase enemies and then knock them upward whenever it dissipates. In her ground stance, her 1, Consume, is a very cool ability. It's a little cone attack where she consumes. It has an execution threshold. It's going to be 30% at level 1, 50% at level 5. So if she executes some minions, she's going to kind of just eat the minions, destroy them a little bit quicker. She can execute her pets, her serpents for sure, and whenever she does, she's going to gain a hardened scale. And then whenever Tiamat consumes a colored champ, so red buff, blue, speed, or purple, if she executes them, she's going to gain the buff, and then the buff is also going to drop on the ground. Tiamat can have 2 buffs at the same time. So if she consumes red, meaning that she makes a copy of it, wears it, and then leaves red on the ground, she can then go and invade the enemy blue buff and then pick up that blue buff, and she'll be wearing red and blue. Her 2 in the ground stance is Outburst. She's going to create a line attack that knocks up enemies. Her 3 is how she gets back into her flying stance. She's going to leap backwards, leaving a little bit of damage in front of her, and then enter her flying stance. While she's on the ground stance, her ultimate, she's going to spin around, dealing initial damage and then burn damage. And then Tiamat is also going to gain 1 hardened scale per enemy got hit. This ability has a super low cooldown, so you definitely want to spam it pretty often. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point to our 1, level 2, put a point to our 2, level 3, put a point to our 3, level 4, put another point into our 1, level 5, we want to put a point into our ultimate. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 1, max out our 2, max out our 3. So right there, we consume the red buff, so we are wearing red, but we also left a copy of red on the ground. This happens in our ground stance whenever we use our 1. So since we consumed a buff, we can now pick up a buff and get 2 buffs total. We pick up the speed buff. So our starting relic, Bumba's Dagger, it's going to provide us 50 health and 50 mana. It has a passive that your basic attacks deal 20 true damage and your abilities deal 30% more damage versus jungle monsters. When a jungle monster is killed, you are restored for 10% of the monster's health and 25 mana. It's basically the safest jungle starter item that there is. Gonna give us plenty of sustain in the jungle, allow us to clear a little bit quicker.
My children are searching.
We picked up Blink as our first relic. I think it's best to blink in while in the ground stance. You're going to be able to get the knock up, get your ult off, consume, and then use your 3 to change back to the air stance and kind of get to safety. We're going to go ahead and blink in, use our ultimate onto the Cupid, use the consume. We miss our knock up. We're going to dash back, throw out our 2, use our 1, and we're able to get the pick onto the Cupid. We summon a tornado. We probably should have summoned a little bull or a 2 instead of using our 3, the tornado. Red buff is almost up, so we're going to go ahead, rotate there, try to consume it, and keep our speed and red buffs going together. We see the little purple thing above the minion's head. That means we can execute him. We're going to go ahead and back and pick up the lifesteal boots. I think the argument can be made for lifesteal or cooldown boots. This game we're going lifesteal. We want the little bit of power, the little bit of sustain it's going to provide us. We also plan on picking up some cooldown later on in the build. Same with lifesteal, so we really could go either boots. We are rocking the standard recolor skin for Tiamat.
Enemy missing. Enemy missing right. With tooth and claw. Enemy missing middle.
Looks like they kind of went deep for the Osiris, but they pulled back immediately. So we're just going to keep clearing camps.
Your right tower is an ally has been slain.
1-for-1 trade over in left. Looks like the fight is dispersing. We missed the knockup. We're going to use our ultimate. Use the consume. We're going to dash out of the Ymir ult, and the Outwash is able to clean up the Ymir. I'm going to go ahead and summon some serpents to march up mid. Artemis is in a little bit of trouble. There's not too much we can do for her though. She got a little greedy trying to invade the red by herself. So these serpents on the summon will last forever until they take 2 ticks of damage. However, the other summons will not do this, so the bull will expire after a certain amount of time, and same with the tornado. We're going to go ahead and pick up the tier 2 of Doom Orb.
You cannot rescue everyone. Your right tower is under attack.
I feel like Tiamat is a mid to late game god. In the early game, she's not going to be that effective. We summon a bull, we get a slow, she's immune because she's in her 3. We're going to activate our 1. Get some good damage onto her. Now Humbats is here, so we're going to start running away. Bit of a fight going on in mid. We're going to rotate up. We're waiting to summon something right here.
Retreat left lane.
We summon a 2. We get the slow. We're going to activate our 2. Right now, we just don't have the damage to really go all in on somebody. So we're just going to farm up, wait for Outwash to get back, rotate to the red buff.
Yes.
Red is up. We're going to make our way over, try to consume it. I think speed and red make the most sense in the early game. However, if you can get the enhanced blue buff, you definitely want to wear that in speed. The enhanced blue buff is going to give you 20% cooldown reduction, which is going to be very, very helpful. We've got a pretty close game so far. 7-6 in terms of kills. They're up almost 1,000 gold. We did not have enough money for the tier 3 Doom Orb, but we do now, so we're probably going to clear these camps in the back. That's going to be a pretty large power spike, so instead of completing our rotation, we're going to want to back and pick that up. Doom Orb is going to provide us 145 magical power, 200 mana, 25 MP5, and 4% movement speed. It has a passive that killing or assisting an enemy minion provides you with 1 stack, granting 1% movement speed and 4 magical power per stack. Stacks last for 15 seconds and can stack up to 5 times. Enemy gods provide 5 stacks. So at 5 stacks, you're going to gain an additional 5% movement speed and 20% magical power. The movement speed is a pretty small amount. It can be a total of 9% total whenever it's fully stacked, but that might allow us to get to jungles camps a little bit quicker. She jumps perfectly. We're going to use our 2, use our ultimate.
Enemy missing right.
I feel like we both did about the same amount of damage, almost none to each other. Get the knock up onto the Ymir. Use our 1. Soul's here. Now we're in a little bit of trouble. We're going to use our 3 to dash away, and we dash right into a Ymir ult. Ymir is able to get a double kill. Osiris was spamming, missing right, so that death was completely our bad. We did have the opportunity to get out of there. We just kind of failed to realize that Osiris was saying enemy missing right. We even had wards.
Careful left.
Right there, I think we should have summoned a minion in mid, have the little serpent start pushing up that lane. That does a couple of things for us. It makes it to where when we deal damage on an enemy minion, we're going to get golden XP for that minion. It also kind of reinforces our wave. Tiamat's in a bit of trouble. We're going to try to rotate onto him.
Your right tower is under attack. Your right tower has been destroyed.
Soul is a level 15. We're going to go ahead and use our 3 to get out. She is going to be a problem. We use our bull. Charge up our 1. Get some good damage onto that Hun Bats. So Hun Bat's ultimate. We jump in, but Sylvic's able to clean up the Hun Bats. Soul's here. We're going to use our ultimate onto her. Use our 2, get the knock up, use our 1. We're in a little bit of trouble right now. We kind of dumped our whole kit. We can't fly back with our 3 quite yet. Soul's able to get a pick onto the Artemis with her ultimate. Ymir's here. We get hit by the Soul 2. We do have our blink. We realize Soul's the problem here, so we're going to dump our kit onto her, use our 3, go Throw out our 2, charge up our Tornado, and then we're going to charge up our 1. Soul is able to use her 3 to get out. We got some good damage onto her right there. Unfortunately, it was not enough to get the pick. Whether you are in jungle or you are in mid, I feel like you should be trying to summon the 2, the little bull man, over the tornado. Alposh is able to clean up 1. We're going to pick up tier 2 of Chronos' Pendant, and we're going to head out to our camps.
Be careful.
I'm going for jungle buff.
So now we're wearing speed and blue. Blue is currently giving us 10% cooldown reduction.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yumia's here, we get frozen. That's a lot of damage. We use the bull, we use the 2. Charge up our 1.
Retreat!
Attack.
My children are searching.
Looks like they're going for the greatest scorpion.
Attack.
Tiamat was pushed back, so this is a good fight for us. We're going to throw out our 2. We're going to charge up our summon. We're going to use our 1. We're able to get a double kill with our 1. Hunbats is here. We're going to jump in. We're going to use our 2. He's able to leap away. We use our 1, and we're able to get a triple kill. Tiamat is here. We are super hungry for the quad. We're going to do anything we can to chase this down. We miss our 2. He jumps away, avoiding our 3. We blink in. We dash back. We get hit by Soul. We get knocked up. We're in a little bit of trouble right now. And Soul's able to clean us up with the 2. We got pretty greedy right there. However, we wanted that quad. Next, we're going to pick up Chronos' Pendant. Chronos' Pendant is going to provide us 100 magical power, 20 MP5, and 20% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that every 10 seconds, the pendant subtracts 1 second from all of your abilities currently on cooldown. So it gives you 20% cooldown, and it also provides additional cooldown.
Cancel that. We need wards. Yes.
So that triple felt good. I think that was my first triple kill with Tiamat. I'm going to go ahead and summon some serpents. We were trying to get them to go right, but it looks like they're going mid.
Hugin reports an ally has
Enemy
been
ultimate
slain.
down.
Unfortunately, we did not consume correctly, so we're only wearing the speed buff.
My gaze is on
We can consume our serpents to gain stacks of hardened scales. It looks like that's what we did because right now we have 4 stacks. Right now we're just looking for a good fight. There's no real camps for us to hit. We're going to check the red buff with Artemis. We're going to move to mid with Artemis. Use our 2, use our 1, use our ultimate, dash away with our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Ymir. I'm gonna throw out our 2, get the slow. Artemis is able to chase him down from that setup.
Enemy missing right. I am impressed.
Your team has destroyed a middle.
Humbass is here.
Primordial.
It's an outwash ultimate. Looks like Humbass is in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna fire 1, and Artemis is able to get a double kill. Soul's here. Soul is destroying our team right now. Soul's able to get the pick onto the Artemis. We miss every shot of our 1. We're gonna jump down, but Outwash is able to get the pick.
Enemy fire giant.
That was an interesting call by me. I think we could have pushed that middle tower.
Your enemies are falling left and right.
It's just the Ymir up. So the enemy soul on their team is the win condition. She's just chunking. She's only going to be able to hit level 20 once, so we should be able to start catching up on her. We're going to clean up this right lane. Then we're going to go ahead and start working on Soul Reaver. This is where the build really starts to come together. We have a little bit of lifesteal, we have some cooldown. Now that we're picking up Soul Reaver, we're going to be able to spam abilities and remove a percentage of the enemy's health.
You're welcome. Primordial chaos. Blazing energy.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Looks like the enemy team is kind of eyeballing the Pyromancer.
Someone's in a hurry. Ultimate is ready.
We are ready to blink in. We're in the ground stance, we have our ultimate up. We're going to blink in, use our ultimate, get the knock up onto none because that was a beads and a dash. Use our 2, we get frozen in the air. We summon a bull. We need to focus Soul here. She was in our 3, so we looked for something to hit our 1 with. Let's keep it ultimate. He's able to get the pick onto the Sobek. You just dash super aggressive. We get the stun. We're going to activate our 1. And we're able to get the pick onto the Cupid. Punish him for his aggression. We activate our 2. We're going to use our other 2. Fire our 1. Get some good damage. We're going to jump in. Use our ultimate. Fall back. And Osiris is able to get the pick onto the Ymir. This Soul is the issue. Osiris is able to get a double kill.
Let's kick some
Lots of setup from us in the Outwash.
on my way.
Your right tower is under attack.
Humbats is up, and I think our team is pretty weak. Osiris wouldn't really be able to stay there. So instead of pushing tower, we're going to make a play for Bolt of Fury. And that's what I remember, that the 2 summon does not go for minions. The 3 does, and the 1 does. The 2 only affects enemy gods.
Oopsie. Be right back.
We're going to go ahead and back because we have enough money for Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver is going to provide us 95 magical power and 300 mana. It has a passive that your abilities deal an additional 2% of the target's maximum health as magical damage. If the target had over 2,000 health, this damage scales up. It can scale up to 9% maximum health at 2,750 health. Subsequent hits on the same target do half the bonus damage for the next 3 seconds. So on these squishy characters, we're going to be dealing probably 2% of their maximum health, but on the tank characters, like the Ymir, maybe the Soul, I haven't really checked how the Soul is building, we're going to be dealing up to 9% of the target's maximum health per ability. And then after the first ability, that is half.
Don't be scared. Attack fire giant.
Soul's here. We're going to try to, oh my goodness, the damage. We're going to use our beads just to avoid anything we can.
My might.
We're going to blink away. Just make sure that we get out.
Be right back.
It would be cool if you could consume an enemy ward or an enemy sentry ward. If you had an open spot, you'd get that ward. That'd be a pretty cool mechanic.
On my way. Attack. Attack.
Bit of a team fight going on. It's an Artemis ultimate. We're going to summon our 2. Oh, looks like we failed to summon. We're just going to activate our 2. We activate our bull. Sobek's able to get the pick. We're going to get some good damage onto this Cupid. Looks like Cupid's out. We're going to rotate back to our team. Soul's here. She needs to be the primary focus of us. She's immune. Oh my. She just chunked our team.
Be right back. Attack fire giant. On my way.
Cupid's here. He's used his dash. We're going to activate our 2, activate our 1. Fire our charge shots. We're going to jump. And we're able to kill him with our 3.
Be right back.
We're going to go ahead and start working on the Pyromancer. The Pyromancer is going to provide the team that destroys it with a buff where they gain 40% increased movement speed for 15 seconds after leaving Fountain.
I appreciate this humble tribute.
We're going to stay in Flying Stance, and we're going to go ahead and summon some Serpents.
Retreat. Okay. You're welcome. Blazing energy. My children are searching.
Fire Giant might be wide open. Oh, Yumiya's here. Maybe not. We're able to avoid his freeze. Soul's here. We're in a little bit of trouble. We're going to jump away. That's the Humbat's ultimate. We're going to use our beads, get the knockup. We're very weak. We're going to pop a health potion, start falling back. The Ymir goes down. Soul's by herself. We're going to summon a bull, get the slow onto her, charge up our 1. And unfortunately, she's in ball form, and we go down from some damage coming from the right side of the jungle. Now I'm telling the team, like, hey, we need to focus Soul. Soul's the win condition for them.
Enemies behind us.
Right now, everyone's fighting, so we don't know if they see that comment from us. That's 3 down on our team. That's 4 down. That's a deicide. Everyone's dead, so now everyone should be able to see what I'm typing. Artemis goes deep for this pick. She's able to get the pick on the Soul, but unfortunately goes down. Upwash says, why is Soul so unkillable? So right now our job is to just hold this tower. We're just buying time for our team to get back up. We're going to jump in, use our ultimate, use our 2. We're going for the pick on the Tiamat, or to at least scare him away. That's the Ymir ultimate. We get hit by the Tiamat bull. Tiamat's under tower. We were able to survive it, and Upwash is able to clean it up with his ultimate. That's 2 down on the enemy team. Soul is going to be back up pretty soon.
Be right back.
We're going to go to back, just make sure we get all of our health and mana back before this next team fight. And we picked up Soul Gem. Soul Gem's going to provide us 80 magical power, 150 health, 12% lifesteal, and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that on successful hit of an ability, you're going to gain 1 stack. At 4 stacks, your next ability that damages an enemy god will deal bonus damage equal to 30% of your magical power to each god hit, and it will heal yourself and allies within 20 units for 40% of your magical power, and will consume the 4 stacks.
My gaze is unwavering.
Soul's here. She needs to be our focus. Our team's able to secure the fire giant. We're going to summon the 2. That slow really messed up Soul. We're going to jump in, get our 2 off. We missed the knockup. Osiris is able to pick onto Cupid. We are just racking up assists this game. Artemis is pushing left while we push right. We're going to jump in with our air form. We're going to summon a bull, get the slow onto the Tiamat. Looks like it actually went down before it got the slow. Tiamat, or Artemis is able to get the pick onto the Phoenix. We're going to jump away. We lost a lot of health right there. We're going to use our ultimate. We are very, very weak. We're going to start falling back.
Retreat! Your enemies are falling left and right. An enemy has been slain.
We get the knockup. That's the Ymir ult. We're going to use our 3 to dash away. Fire our 1, and Osiris is able to clean it up.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
It is the beginning of the end.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy.
Great pluck onto the Cupid. We're going to fire our 1. He uses his beads. We're going to jump in. We're able to get the pick onto the Cupid. All 3 Phoenixes down. Full deicide. We should be able to close this out. Yep, that's the W. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.